Hey everyone, welcome back to 5-Day Crypto. My name is Chase. Today we're going to look at AVAX, also known as Avalanche. We're going to look at it on several different charts today, so if you like what you see, give us a thumbs up, follow us on Twitter, Telegram, and Patreon, all linked in the description below. Let's get right to it. So first chart, we have the 5-Day Gaussian channel. Anytime you're above the 5-Day Gaussian channel, it's a good day. It beats being in the Gaussian channel anytime, any place, anywhere, believe me. So AVAX has not become real familiar with the Gaussian channel, and that's a good thing. The longer you spend in here, the worse it tends to get. Go look at Bitcoin or Ethereum. Those people have been plenty of times in the Gaussian channel. So historically, if you don't know about the Gaussian channel, anytime you're near the bottom of it on a 5-day chart, now the 5-day is where I would recommend using it because it has the least amount of fake outs. You could use it on the daily, the weekly, all that good stuff. But you get the most info, the most bang for your buck on the 5-day. So historically speaking, anytime your coin, on any coin, you can use it on anything. The 5-day Gaussian channel, if your price action is at the bottom or slightly under it, it's historically a great time to buy. In the not so distant future, 6 months, a year after, you're at the bottom of the channel, you're going to look like a rock star. Go look at Bitcoin and Ethereum, any kind of coin with some age on it. You notice that anytime it's at the bottom of that channel, it has been an excellent time to buy. So as you move out of it, you get more bullish. So that is what this is for. This is kind of a warning sign. If you're down here, this top, middle, and bottom lines will act as support and resistance one way or the other. So now that we're out of it, we can make nice, bigger moves. So that is the Gaussian channel. If you don't know, now you know. So next chart, what do we got? We got AVAX on the weekly chart. So each candle is now a week. We have our Bitcoin bull market support band, which you can also use on other coins because all it is the 20-week simple moving average in the red and a 21-week exponential moving average in the green. And historically speaking, on any coin, you want to not only hold it as support, but also pull away from it. Put some space in between here, and then you can really get moving. Now, we don't have a lot to work on with Avalanche because it's a little bit of a younger coin, right? The weekly moving average only came back in here in February. That's when they first appeared. So you can go look at Bitcoin and all the other coins. Historically, this is the band that you want to be holding, both of these lines. And then you can make your bigger moves, as you can see here. So after our initial move up out of Avalanche, we had a long consolidation period. That's kind of this orange box here. So, and then we made our our all-time high right here, right? The closing candle at just shy of $40. So that usually will become your next support level as you after you break it. So look at this case in point. We come back up, we break through it, and you haven't seen any candles closing below that since. So the $40 level will be very strong support for Avalanche if and when we ever come back down here. Now, if we did it this week, which is highly unlikely, right? It also coincides with the 21-week EMA that we talked about. So, maybe in the future, maybe, Bitcoin crashes. This will be the area to be watching if that happens in the next, month, 2 months, whatever. If not, then what do we have to look for the upside? Well, all you really need is a weekly candle closing above this one, which this closed at $70. So if we see, this week's candle closing at 71, it could be time for Avalanche to move again. That's just based on price structure. You see when you break, previous all-time high candles, you're in price discovery, right? Anytime you break, right? You broke this, boom, price discovery. You break this, boom, price discovery. You break this, boom, price discovery. You break this, you follow the pattern. Okay, that is AVAX on the weekly. Let's see what else we got. Maybe. Cue the music. There's no music. We'll wait. We'll wait for you, TradingView. Eye contact. All right. Nope, it's still not going to load. Fantastic. What else? It's loading random charts. Okay, the Stochastic RSI. We got something to load. Here we go. All right, Stochastic RSI on the daily chart. This is why AVAX has had a little bit of trouble. If you're wondering why is AVAX not moving in the past, several days, several weeks, this is why. What is the stochastic RSI? Well, it's based on the RSI, which is based on price, but the stochastic RSI is based on the RSI, and that is your momentum. You could think of it as momentum. You have zero momentum on AVAX at the moment, but the good news is, after you've bottomed out, where else do you got to go but up? That's the good news. Now, could we spend, several weeks down here? Sure. Are we going to? Who knows? We don't try to predict what's going to happen. I just look at the charts and interpret my findings to you. That's what we do. So let's look at the next one. But that is potentially the good sign. Oh, the weekly. I wanted to show you the weekly because we do have a little bit of pause concern, right? We have a cross down going down now on a weekly scale. So if we're still good, we could spend some more time up here. We could spend the rest of the year up here, right? We don't have any other data points to go by. AVAX is still new, but if you see the red and the blue, you want both of them. The red is just the average of this line. That's why it's a little bit smoother. So if you cross back into the shaded area, I think you can see that. If you cross into that under 80, then on a weekly scale, then you might have some more turmoil, bumpy roads ahead, just for the immediate term. Now, AVAX is a great project, in my opinion. It's in my top 10 coins. So I have a bright future ahead for AVAX, but just based on the charts alone, could get bumpy if you see these on a weekly scale come down this way. Now, since the daily is already down, hopefully we get a bounce up out of the daily and keeps these up here. You can go look at some other coins. If you're, kind of new to trading, go look at some other coins with the stochastic RSI, and you could see you could spend a long time up here or down here. But so we don't want to cross back into the shaded area first and foremost. Okay, let's see if our other charts load. All right, AVAX on the daily chart with the Bollinger Bands. Let's get rid of this if we can. And nope. I hit delete and it said no thanks. So we're going to just talk right over it. This is our Bollinger Bands. Why are those important? They measure volatility. Why is volatility important? Because it tells you how far, and the majority of your price action is going to happen inside your Bollinger Bands, as you can kind of see here, right? So what you want to look for is as these bands open like this, back in here, you want your price action above this purple median line. If, however, your price action is under the purple median line, as this mouth starts to open, you're more than likely going down. So Bollinger Bands can be useful. You don't want to use just one indicator to enter and exit trades. You want a conglomerate of indicators, all in relative agreement. So let's watch this. We got our drawings out here. What you would want to see is the mouth kind of opening like this, right? You want them diverging away from each other, and then we want to see AVAX kind of move its way back up here. What you do not want to see is the opposite, right? You don't want to see this as the mouth starts to open, and then because then you're going to get the opposite move. You're going to get a slide down. Now, remember that $40 level, if we go back down, is key structure. Okay, so what else do we got? Anything else? Anything else? Yes. Finally, we have our kind of our heads up big macro term indicator for a lot of coins. Our 8-week simple moving average. That's this blue line right here. So you want to keep an eye on this for any coin that you're in. Tends to be a good indicator on, the immediate term future as a big level. So looking back on a lot of coins, the 8-week simple moving average tends to be nice support when you're really bullish in price. So if you're using TradingView, I would go put this on your chart. 8-week moving average. That's it. So if you see AVAX this week, next week, whenever week, start breaking down under this, it's a warning sign to you. Any coin, right? Look at AVAX, last takeoff here. Let's see if we can remove these. There we go. So look at support. We came back down after our initial run up. Support, 1 week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks. Look, we closed under that, and look what came next. Even though you have prices going back up, that was kind of the first warning sign that, rough waters ahead, so to speak. And this is what comes next. The same thing with Bitcoin, same thing with Ethereum. It works on all sorts of charts. So it's not finite. It's not 100%. Nothing in crypto is 100%, but uncertainty. So take that with your will, what you do, who you be. English. So that is AVAX in a nutshell for the immediate term. Nice levels. Hopefully you learned something. If you're new here, let me know that you're new here. If you liked it, if you didn't like it, let me know what you liked and what you didn't like. So we make videos every day. I try to go over the Crypto Fear and Greed X every day. So I've made a couple videos before this today. So go check those out if you want to learn a little bit more about the Crypto Fear and Greed Index. I did a little bit more in depth on this, but we're back in greed after being in extreme fear just a week ago. So this is a nice move that we're going up, right? You gotta have, if you're gonna be an extreme greed or greed, you're probably in high prices, right? So if we want 100K Bitcoin or prices to go to the moon, you're gonna be in greed or in extreme greed more often than not when your prices are skyrocketing. So that's a good thing, not necessarily bad, but as you start getting into extreme greed for a prolonged period of time, it can be helpful to, have your radar out, and probably a good time to start taking some profits. That's it. So we have our quote of the day that we do every day in our videos, and we have our crypto meme of the day that we do every day in our videos. So if you like all this stuff, follow us and watch us on more stuff. And we also have a car of the day. If you haven't been able to tell yet, I like cars. So this was our car of the day, the Lamborghini Sion, only made 63. I held up my Lego car, which I have, and I got a couple more down on the bottom there. The Sion's engine part electric. So first Lamborghini to be a mixture, so to speak. So hopefully you liked the video today. If not, if you didn't like it, if you didn't like me, you're not even watching. So maybe you still like me. Let me know either way. That's it for the video. It's 11 minutes that you're never getting back out of your life. That's AVAX in a nutshell. What other coins do you want to see? I put out a thing on Twitter last night, so if you don't follow us on Twitter, follow us. And this AVAX was requested quite a bit. Link and Harmony 1. So those are the 3 I did. So I'll see you in the next one. We'll see what we get tomorrow. Have a good night. Good evening, good morning, wherever you are, The Truman Show. If you haven't seen that, go check it out. Shameless plug for The Truman Show that's 20 years old. Okay, that's me, wacky, make no sense, Chase. I'll see you on the next video. Peace out.